should be discipline against management. The problem that, one of the biggest problems we face, particularly in your ministry, my home job, I spent all my adult life working at Kingston Psychiatric Hospital, so I know all the violence, being assaulted, all that kind of stuff. But you're faced with it day in, day out. And for this employer to put you in harm's way purposefully, willfully, for whatever reasons in their twisted mind, is absolutely unacceptable. And I actually applaud what the steps that you've taken so that you can go to work safe and go home to your families and loved ones safe. There is no job on this bloody planet that's worth an injury, no job that's worth being killed, maimed, when it can be prevented. If this was the private sector and the employer purposefully put you in harm's way, the company would get a $250,000 fine, a $300,000 fine. So why aren't these assholes being fined? Woo! And whatever the local votes on, as your president, and Eddie Almeida's here, Eddie's here, Mike's here, there's Pete, Lord Longy, all Pete's corrections up in Peterborough. Whatever the local decides, I'll back you 100%, no questions asked. We got and for the media that's here, this jail is the tipping point. This is where it blew up. But all across this province in corrections, there's overcrowding. There's management putting people in harm's way. I mean, here's the hypocrisy of these people running this joint. They won't let our folks wear the vest to do a level 2 search, which is the protocol, but yet they're in there wearing vests. So, yeah, I see. Exactly. So there should be consequences for managers that do this. I've asked the Premier about this. I've asked the Minister of Labour about this, Minister of Government Services. When are you going to say a bad manager gets disciplined for making bad management decisions? Because nothing happens to them. I'll bet you they're making $3 grand a day, $2,500 a day in there working and snickering out the side of their faces.
Plus their bonuses.
Plus their bonuses, right? So it's just wrong what they're doing. You're right. The boss is wrong. And I got to tell you, I've never been so proud of any members of my union for a horrible reason. But I'm very proud of you for doing what you're doing, because if you're not safe, nobody can be safe. And not only that, it might sound a little odd, but I know you all want the inmates to be safe as well, because that's what you do. You protect the public's interest, you protect the inmates, you protect property, you protect everything. You're protectors. You're protectors. They're not letting you do that in a safe manner. So I say to the bosses in there, go to hell, because when we get to the labor board, we'll beat you. It's all going to end up in grievances at the labor board and all that stuff. You think they would learn. They're very slow learners. They keep going there and losing, going there and losing. And again, so I'm going to call on the Minister of Corrections, Madeline Millier, who says she wants to fix the jails. I'm going to, I've asked her to go down and haven't heard back from her, the Premier. I'll ask the Premier too. So I think big old Daddy Dalton ought to come down here and see what his policies, see the impact that they're having on real life living communities of day. Because this shit starts at the Premier's office, goes all the way down. They want to break you, they want to weaken you going into bargaining, they don't want you to get a raise, and yet, managers are getting $80,000, $90,000 bonuses 3 times what our most. A lot of our members make double what most of our members make. So this is all for both. He calls it the deficit, but it's really all about people. And then you're stuck with the management, the group of managers that strengthen the